Well, shalom, y'all. This is Kazoo Cruiser, flying under the radar. I'm now in a bunker of some kind. It's an audio show, and it provides a good panorama view because it's a location neutral location, and by that I mean the voice stays the same, but it's like a visual radio signal. You're listening to the waveform, and the eyes are just kind of right there looking off into space. So it allows me to panorama and people talk to people, and they can stand in front of this thing. You don't know where it is, but the message is coming clear from the north. It's above your head. It's called the internet. So let's move forward. This is actually a serious message to Ben KIMON. It's the second one in the series, and I'm just going to keep putting these together until enough people watch this and understand the dots to death that we're facing as a nation and as a world if we don't do this surreptitiously under the eyes of the world as quickly as we can. This one interrupts the broadcast about the pyramid because it's drastically catastrophic if we don't address it now. What's happening is the Syrian children are dying at a voracious rate. Big people are picking up guns and shooting wherever they can. That's another story for another time. That's the bad resonance, and these people are affected by it. So what we're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is stop that down. But the carnage on the other side of this equation is the bad half of the death butterfly, and it's over there in Syria, and people are dying every day, and we see the numbers mount. Well, those dead people aren't being buried every day or even every week. They're just continuing to build up, and they aren't burying them there. So it's a problem for pestilences because they have more bodies they have to eat. Now, what we need to do is take some pigs, and Ben, listen carefully. We need to take some pigs and slide them in under the fence with a little rotten fruit, and you know, we just send shoats in under the fence, and they will take care of the dead in a way that the people are unable to. They will separate the weapons of the Syrians from each other because they'll drop them and run away because they're scared, and they'll be running away from pigs, and they're running away from the conflict, and the pigs will chase them to the hills and go back to eating dead stuff, and they'll leave the Syrians alone. As long as the Syrians leave them alone. If they shoot at the pigs, it draws their attention. And of course, a mad pig is always a problem. So leave them alone, they'll just consume the dead, and then we can collect them. And we should throw in some hyenas in there too. I think we need to throw some hyenas in there. No lions, tigers, or bears, but we throw some hyenas and maybe some pit bull dogs. And we just let them do a dog fight there in the Middle East. They'll kill everything that doesn't escape. They'll be competing for the same water supply, which we know is toxic. It'll keep the people from killing themselves and turning into water-slaved, zombies on bad cruise control. And it will just stand down this biological threat in the first stage. If we don't, then come summer, this stuff is going to be bubbling out like a bad pimple, and then the flies will carry it. It's kind of a weird volcano because the flies will carry it to Turkey, and then the wind will carry it everywhere else. That's scary because a lot of people deserve better, and if we don't put the pigs into Syria, we're going to have to put the pigs into Turkey, and if we don't put the pigs into Turkey, we'll be putting pigs into the streets of New York, or maybe in the streets of San Francisco, because the wind carries where it will. Oddly enough, I think Israel and Egypt will be left alone, but we need to put the pig farmers in behind the pigs, the guys with the wooden staves, and let them drive the pigs forward. And then this is just a humanitarian rescue because we want the kids to get saved. So let's go ahead globally, start saving kids by ferrying, whatever, pigs, porkers, that's that big 400-pound thing, usher through the fence at about 8 pounds, and it'll pick up the rest of the garbage. And then we herd them up and we kill them, okay? It's a simple solution at the end of time to rescue a lot of people from a lot of them, and they're really our common enemy. Thank you for listening. This is Kazoo Cruiser, second in the series.